In today's video, sponsored by Lancaster Insurance, we're going to look at mass airflow meter thingies, blah, stuff. This car is still idling far too high, and people say that's just how they are, but that's not really true, is it? It's not right that it's starting from cold and immediately racing up to 2,500 revs. Excuse me while I just insert my rod. There we go. Fortunately, it's nice and clear where it goes. They've handily told you exactly where. So I think the mass airflow gubbins is in here. Although I'm slightly confused because we've also got this one as well. So that's some sort of metering device too. So I think I'm going to settle for blasting everything. Let's just check. Yeah, it could well be air getting in there. So I might change that pipe because I do have a replacement. So maybe we'll start with that and see if that makes any difference, and then we need to have a look at some other things. I'm a little concerned about HT leads. They don't seem to fit very well. I've already had one of them come off. I was thinking this car's running very badly, and sure enough it wasn't running on all cylinders. So maybe we'll do that and maybe have a check of the oil, maybe have a glance at the spark plugs, because I haven't got the stuff to actually service this car, but I'm driving to Somerset and back in it tomorrow, so yeah, could do with things being a little better than they are. So let's crack on. So last week, I've got dirt on my head already, that's quite impressive. I went for a drive all around South Wales in the Matiz. I went and shot the LDV 400, the Ford Escort Cabriolet that's upset all the Ford fans, and a Metro video which is coming soon. And also collected some bits. So we've got a complete airbox, and the airbox has the airflow meter in it. And I think we might start by replacing that pipe and giving that mass airflow sensor a good dose of brake cleaner or carb cleaner, something of that ilk that might clean it up a bit. And we've also got ourselves a pipe that isn't split, so we shall fit that as well, because there could well be air still leaking in around that dodgy pipe. So it's not really science because we're not doing things step by step, but we'll get the pipe off, we'll give it all a good blast inside, and we'll see if the idle comes down, because the hot idle is still a little on the high side. It's about 1100 RPM and I expect it to be 800 or 900 RPM, and when I disconnect the mass airflow sensor, it does drop to where I expect. It then starts running like an absolute sack of crap, so that's not great. But we shall start by removing said pipe, and that's easy enough because it's just held in place. I just need a screwdriver, and I might even be able to use the one that came with the car. It was very kind of Brendan to give me some tools and tape when I collected it, and yeah, look at that, we got a screwdriver with the car. And can I just say, I love frameless doors. I might even drop that window just for the fun of it. Because, I mean, frankly, why wouldn't you do that? Isn't it amazing? Wow! I'll probably get too excited about that. So just while I'm doing this, one reason cars with fuel injection tend to be more economical than cars with carburetors is carburetors are kind of very averagey. They're trying to cope with all conditions within appropriate settings, so there are times they just run far too rich. And the benefit of fuel injection is you can control it much more effectively. So if you've got an airflow meter, you can tell the computer what's going on exactly, and it can match the fuel to that airflow perfectly. All a bit better, really. Right, I've got these little clippy things that everyone hates, but I can undo that with my fingers. It's these little hose clips here, and I can just about do that by hand, so that's all right, but not while holding a camera. I'll just return you over there. Sorry for the clonk. Could use pliers, but fingers seem to work. And it takes me back to Southport when I bought this car and it wouldn't run, but yeah, thankfully very easily sorted. I mean, the Mazda hasn't really done many miles. Tomorrow will be my first big trip since getting it MOT'd. really. It's only come back from the MOT station and done one post run, I think. So yeah, interesting times. Oh, oh. And for those who were asking and were concerned about goings on here, George the cat is very much still part of my life. It is lads' night here at the moment, and I know I discussed that I've got all manner of plans for what might happen in the future, but don't worry, Hubnut is a major part of that. Whether I go adventuring, whether I stay here and try and get that blooming fox finished, you will hear about it first on the channel. The other thing that's quite amusing is how people are going, I can't believe you replaced the Skoda with that knackered Mazda. And it seems only a few months since people are going, I can't believe you replaced that Rover with a knackered Skoda. So yeah, I mean, my life changes all the time. My cars change all the time. And what are you attached to? If I was more professional, I could show you what I'm doing. Should we see if we can actually do that? Still a question of whether I can actually get the thing to balance. Not really. Oh. So yeah, there's lots of pipes attached to this big pipe here, and that's one of them. I'm going to get pliers. So yeah, today's been a busy day. I've been on community minibus duty. I would like to try and do a video on the buses at some point. As ever, there's loads of ideas floating around, and trying to find time to do them all is the problem. Oh, there we go. And yeah, my tape bodge, not the best, but it got us home, so no complaints. Let's have that there, because I might be raiding it for clips. Yes, I have brake cleaner, so let's try giving everything a bit of a blast in there. These cans do not like being upside down. Right, so we've cleaned up the mass airflow sensor. We've fitted a new hose which doesn't have leaks. Reconnected all the pipe works, and that should be good. So we'll go and see what that has done to the situation. Look at my doors. That's still idling high. Oh, there we go. Let us settle down. Oh, that's appropriate, I think. Oh, it responds to power steering load. And electrical load. Yeah. So there we go. Maybe that's done the trick. I won't be able to test a cold idle until tomorrow morning. But that definitely sounds better to me. So we'll see how she does. Right, let's have a quick look at the plugs. There we go. Apart from that, the fact there's a gap I can almost get my hand in, that doesn't seem too bad as far as spark plugs go. I mean, they're tired, but I don't think they're too knackered. They're not sooty, they don't look burnt by running too lean, which was a major concern given how how leaky the air system was, the intake system, when I got it. I think I'm just going to give that a bit of a blast with this brake cleaner, and we'll say that's good enough until I actually carry out a service. That is probably going to happen at some point. It isn't going to happen tonight. I must confess, things have reached a bit of a static point on the Fox. I'm ordering up a new clutch. I have ordered an engine hoist that should arrive next week, but or probably this week by the time you see this. I have no idea when this video is appearing. Yeah, there is stuff still going on, sort of, but I'm not feeling the Fox love at the moment. Fox love. Sorry, I'm thinking of strange ideas to put on t-shirts. I'm working on some Fox designs, but I think I need to focus on getting the Fox working again first. Whoa. For reasons I can't fully understand, I've just painted the windscreen wiper arms because they were very, very rusty, and they're very, very black, kind of like my face. And because of me, I've done the back one as well. I did start painting the wiper blade before really starting to question my own sanity, and I'll just buy a new wiper blade. It's fine. But I think that's looking a lot better. And then I got carried away and started spraying some primer everywhere just to try and offer some protection to this horrendous scrapage down the side of the car. And I actually started off using the silver touch-up paint that I was using for the favorite badges. Look at that. I mean, if that's not a professional repair, I don't know what is. And there are some other faults on the Mazda. This door mirror is one of them. It isn't the glass that was vibrating, it's the whole blooming thing. So I don't know if something's broken there. There are some little screws up there, but I can't get a screwdriver in. Whether I can get a bit on in a ratchet, I don't know. I might even do that now. Let's have a look. Yes, that is a great deal better. Still a bit of wobble, and it'll probably develop again tomorrow. But yeah, all we can do now is go and park her up and see how she starts in the morning. Oh, did I say frameless doors? Incidentally, that's the only interior light I've got, this slightly exposed bulb in the door, and the same the other side. And another slight issue I've got is this wheel's a bit, I don't know if you can see that, the foam doesn't seem very attached to the steel anymore on that bit. And another quirk I would like to share. Someone mentioned that they have an air conditioning button even when they haven't got air conditioning, and I thought, no, they haven't, they've just got a blanking plug. No, it is a button which does nothing. Hilarious. That one is just a blanking plug. Still revving high, although she's cooled down a bit now because I've been tinkering so long. We'll see if that comes down. I've taken this switch out, which wasn't actually doing anything at all. It wasn't connected in the slightest. And there's some talk about this being an aftermarket roof, and certainly that button does not look very Japanese to me. But the button style certainly does not match the button style of the rest of the car. See, they're quite oval, the switches on this car. Not many corners going on. Even fewer corners with my Alfa Romeo stereo. And yeah, water gushed out. Since then it seems a bit drier, so hopefully that means it'll stop leaking, because I have taken desperate measures and I have taped up the sunroof, and tomorrow will be the first long test to see whether that tape actually handles speed. Right then, it's the next day. We have a cold car. We have 2,500 rev idle. I'm gonna have to do some more looking into that. That's just ridiculous. Oh well, no progress. It is absolutely horrendous weather. Nice bit of smoke there. It looks like a shade of blue in that as well. Healthy engine. But yeah, regardless of how healthy the engine is, we need to drive to Warminster because we're going to play with something a bit interesting today, and I'm not going to tell you more. You just have to look forward to it. But I'm wearing my Power Less is More 2CV hoodie, so might be a clue, might be not. Oh, there we go, it's almost dropped to 2,000 revs now. We shall turn on some heat and we shall monitor the sunroof situation and see whether we get drippage today. Right, drive for about 3 hours. Bye, torque. That's officially a sunroof fail. Let's just dumped a load of water all over that seat. That is quite depressing. There's nothing more depressing than a car that water pours into, especially if it's pouring in at head height. Concede all is not going well with this cheap bargain Mazda. Ah, stop it! Oh, yeah, that is bad. Oh, it's been a long day, but we're back on the Elm Valley mountain road again. It's still raining, as you can see, and yeah, we're getting on for 260 miles for the day. It's almost 100 miles since I filled up, which means I'll have some MBG calculations to work out. Sadly, there wasn't time to do it earlier. It has to be said, while the seating is not comfortable, my back is hurting quite a lot. This is a lovely car to just effortlessly make progress in. I find you don't very often have to change gear. You can just leave it in top for the most part, and as long as you do it about 40, it'll pull just fine. Oh gosh, there's some water about the place. Some impressive white water coming down the mountainside. That's not usually that white. Whoa. Exciting times. I could really do with a set of decent tyres on this. The mix of budget rubber doesn't make for the most secure handling. Not that we've had any moments, but there are times I can definitely feel it pushing on a bit. And that is the end of a slightly disjointed day out in the Mazda. Oh gosh, look at the water. Oh, stuff that, get back in the car. Oh, oh. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this slightly disjointed piece. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Don't forget to open up merchandise at the shop and everything. And I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Idle update. If I dip the clutch and load the engine, the idle then corrects. So perhaps it's the idle control valve that's up the Swanee. Anyway. We are home.